Welcome to Reboot Franchise Episode 8. Now, a big episode because we will be completing the season with these last two games. The first one against the Colts, the final one against the Bengals. Now, of course, a divisional matchup doesn't matter to us as we are obviously well out of the playoff race. I did take a look at the end of last week's episode at what the draft picks were looking like. We have guaranteed at least the second overall pick. We are still tied with one win with the 49ers. We technically have the first overall pick right now, but every other team has at least 4 wins. So even if we were to win these final 2 games, we would go obviously 3-13, but still get the second overall pick if the 49ers don't win any more games. And that, of course, means, and I wasn't going to do it any other way anyway, it means we will absolutely try our hardest to win these games, because what is the point in doing anything else? We might as well just sim them and, get straight into the draft. But anyway, the Colts, we know what to look out for against the Colts, but let's give ourselves a little refresher. So shaking it up a little bit from how we've been doing it before, because I just wasn't feeling that too much. Let's just take a look at the depth chart. And of course, Andrew, look at quarterback. The reason we need to talk about the quarterback is in case he was injured or not, but he's playing and we know he's very good. At running back, now of course this one is important to us. They've got Terrence West, an ex-player. In this series, it's always important to keep an eye on returning players. They tend to play better against us, and Terrence West will be looking to do that as the starting running back for the Colts. And it doesn't stop there. I did kind of forget until I started to look at this. Of course, we offloaded quite a lot of stuff onto the Colts, and Mike Wallace at wide receiver joins T.Y. Hilton. That'll be dangerous as well. The 94 speed, the 92 speed, Dante Moncrief with 92 speed as well. Of course, in this situation, Philip Dorsett still with the team and has 96 speed. We're going to be tested there with speed this week. And again, still going, CJ Mosley is with the Colts as well. And as I look at that, that was a really good pickup by the Colts to get CJ Mosley. Helps their defense a lot. They have got 8 wins already. And they've also got Bruce Irvin on the team. I'll tell you this right now, I have absolutely no idea how they ended up with him. And there was a couple of other players as well that I've seen. Frank Gore, for example, isn't on the team anymore. The Colts have been wheeling and dealing. They've built themselves quite a team here. And so, those are the Colts, 8-6 right now. Of course, they could finish the season as good as 10-6. A serious playoff contender with that kind of record. And they are good, and they've got a bunch of returning players, or rather, they've got a bunch of guys who are returning to play us at M&T Bank Stadium. Where else are you going to want to show up against the team that just chucked you out for no reason? Just remember, there was no reason for us doing this. We just traded everybody away. Those guys are going to be personally hurt by that, and obviously looking to prove us very, very wrong for doing that. Now, of course, at 1-13, we've already been proven very wrong this season for doing that. Of course, we've got bigger goals, future goals, but they're going to be looking to play hard. We've got to look out for CJ Mosley, of course, an incredible middle linebacker, but Terrence West and Mike Williams both could cause us trouble. And we're going to have to take a look at the cornerbacks and make sure we've got our fastest guys out there, because Marlon Humphrey I know can do it. I know Jalen Myrick can. Lorenzo Doss a little bit slower, so we've got to make sure that he's not going to get taken advantage of, a whole collection of speedy receivers. So here we go, the penultimate game of the season, and they start with the Terrence West run that goes for 5 yards. Of course, that's someone we're going to have to look out for. And on 3rd and 3 here, Andrew Luck finding T.Y. Hilton, who takes advantage of Lorenzo Doss's speed, gets the first down. 2nd and 4, Terrence West going again, making people miss, getting tackled at the 17-yard line. Then on 3rd and goal, a chance to hold him to a field goal if we can get pressure, but there is no pressure. But even then, the coverage is still good, and Andrew Luck lets it go. Doesn't hit his receiver, and we do hold him to 3 points. 3rd and 5, and just a bad overthrow there by Mike Bercovici, so we had to punt the ball back to them. And Terrence West again making people miss. Now Terrence West running past Terrence Brooks, who was stuck on T.Y. Hilton. A good block from him. He's got to try and catch him. Brooks has got the speed to get him down at the 11-yard line. And then on 3rd and 2 at the 3, a quick pass in on a slant to T.Y. Hilton. He's got that rapid speed, and they get the touchdown. Now down 10-0, and Mike Bercovici cannot get away from the pressure coming from the right side. Then on the very next play, on 2nd and 16, it's another sack from the right side again. And then on 3rd and 25, he has to try and get rid of it under pressure. Kwiatkowski takes it to the 11-yard line before being stopped. A good return on the interception. Terrence West trying to force his way in. Broke a lot of tackles there, but it was eventually brought down. On our 3rd and goal, Andrew Luck again with not much pressure, and again finds T.Y. Hilton, who holds onto that ball. Give him some credit there. He was immediately hit. Now 1st and 10, a great catch there by Jeff Janis, bringing it down under pressure, and it sets up this 63-yard field goal attempt. The wind helped us with that one. So the score 17-3, 5 minutes left in the first half. And there's a nice sack there from Chris Wormley, 3rd and 9. Trying to do something here, sets his feet again, but just launches that out of bounds as if that was ever going to be caught. Jakeem Grant's arms aren't 5 meters long. Now punting to T.Y. Hilton. We know he's dangerous, making 3 people miss there. Gets past a 4th, but then the ball comes out. DJ Alexander recovered it in bounds, so we get the ball, and we've got it 4th and 1 now. We're going to go for it with Ortiz. He picks up that first down. Then on 3rd and goal, we go for a pitch, and he just can't find the hole there. Bounces off his blocker, and we had to settle for another field goal. Score 17-6. The Colts trying to get something here before the half ends, and he finds T.Y. Hilton on the sideline. So they managed to get a field goal before the half ends, and we've got 2 seconds here. The clock has now run out, so we know we can just try something here. As long as they don't return it for a touchdown, we don't have any problems. The interception there, we just got to stop the touchdown, and Vontae Davis cannot bring it back, and we, do all right. It's worth having a go at that point. So 3rd and 10, we go for Tariq Cohen, and he just didn't put it out far enough in front of him, but we've got the ball back. 2 minutes later, defense managed to get him off the field again, and a throw here is just picked off by Davis. Again, that's his 2nd interception, and now he's looking to return it. Berkovici just makes a terrible attempt at the tackle. Tariq Cohen cannot catch up to him, and they're in for the touchdown. 27-6 the score now. And a sack there by Jabal Sheard. That's his 3rd of the game. Now 3rd and 18. Berkovici trying to make something happen, and it's another interception. This time Malik Hooker. 3rd and 11 for the Colts here. Can the defense get him off the field? Luck is getting away from everybody though, so it's not looking likely. Marlon Humphrey manages to tackle him. I think if that would have been a missed tackle, it would have been a touchdown. Then Terrence West on 2nd and 14 just powers through Murray for the touchdown. We're just not playing good defense at the moment. 34-6 the score, and a nice pass there to Jeff Janis. He finds him, and then we can move the ball with 1st and 10. Tariq Cohen on the run. He's going to split the defenders there with a spin move, and Tariq Cohen is clear, and Tariq Cohen is in for the touchdown. So that's basically the major bright spot of this entire season is Tariq Cohen. What a player he is. And on 1st and 10 on a screenplay here, gets another big run now down the sideline, spins away from another guy, is then tackled. But Tariq Cohen is making it work right now. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. It's a lofted pass, and it's a great catch by Juju Smith-Schuster over the defender. And then on 2nd and goal, Tariq Cohen again, who else, goes, and now this looks like a touchdown. We take a look at the replay. It continues to look like a touchdown. I mean, that is a touchdown. And we challenged it, and they upheld the ruling on the field, but it doesn't matter because on 3rd and goal, Tariq Cohen on a pitch, goes around the outside. A great block by Ortiz there. Now 3rd and 8, and a great block by Gooden. And all of a sudden, we've got the ball back here with a punt. Can he give us good field position? Because with this, we've got a chance to make this a one-score game. But instead of giving us good field position, Jakeem Grant just goes all the way for the touchdown and makes it a 1-touchdown game. We were down by a lot. Now it's 34-27. But the Colts, of course, a chance to answer here, and a spin move there. Gets away from the defender. Now it's just Terrence Brooks chasing him into the picture. Comes Marlon Humphrey, makes the tackle at the 9-yard line. 3rd and goal. Can we keep him out of the end zone? Give us a chance here. No, they get into the end zone for the touchdown. Back to a 2-score game. And on 4th and 29, Berkovici doesn't even have the time to let defenders get down the field. He gets sacked. There was a flying offensive lineman here. And then with a chance to run out the clock, if they just kneeled, the Colts go for the touchdown. Get another touchdown. 2nd and inches, 16 seconds left. Throwing the ball downfield, trying to make something happen, and he does. Tariq Cohen with a huge catch. And then on 1st and 10, it's supposed to be a quick pass that just shouldn't have been thrown. And Vontae Davis is trying to get a 2nd touchdown in this game. He gets away from Mike Berkovici again, just like he did the first time. And now none of these guys are going to catch him, and Davis is in, and that will end the game here embarrassingly. And then we get a network connection error. So what I'll have shown before this is the fact that we lost connection to EA servers. And, we can put it back on screen right now. Does it not say your progress in the game has been saved? So why has my progress in the game not been saved? I didn't press anything in the main menu that I shouldn't have pressed. It's a great game. Good stats as well that we lose. But of course, what we're going to do, because it was right at the end of the game, as in that was clock over, and I'd like to talk about it, but what we're going to do is we're going to force the loss when we sim this week. Obviously, we'll get the loss there. It's a shame, but to be fair, all we're doing now is just looking for good things, and what we saw, and it's a shame to lose those numbers, what we saw was Tariq Cohen absolutely destroy the Colts defense. I'm pretty sure. I can't say for certain. I'm going to have to, hopefully I'll be able to say it as I'm going back through the gameplay. I might be able to see, the in-game numbers pop up. I wouldn't be surprised if Tariq Cohen went over 100 yards rushing and 100 yards receiving in that game. Now, we'll never know, and it'll never be counted, but I'm sure he did. He would have been very close if he wasn't. But what we see in that game is the birth of a new great rivalry. The Indianapolis Colts came to Baltimore, their old hometown, and humiliated us. Now, the game itself was good. Why they humiliated us was when they had a chance to kneel out the clock. They could have ended the game. They were in the red zone, and they went for another touchdown. Now, Vontae Davis not sliding on the interception, which, you would expect to see normally. You can't blame them for that one necessarily, but the going for the touchdown with Terrence West, as they could have just ran out the clock. They want this beef. They want it. We didn't even offer them anything. They want it. We gave them a bunch of players, traded them, and now they are looking for this rivalry. And I'm sure it's because those guys on the team were not happy whatsoever with being traded away. And of course, the Colts had to pay a lot for them as well. We didn't give them away cheaply, so it's not like they, got a bunch of free players. And a new rivalry is born. Now, if the Colts play well, we'll see them hopefully in the playoffs in seasons to come. If they don't, maybe we'll just happen to get lucky to see them in the regular season. But as two AFC teams, we've got a good chance of meeting up again. But the Indianapolis Colts absolutely want this beef, and they will get it. You wait until the next time we see them. We will be a different team. Even if it's already just next season, we will be a different team, and we'll be bringing it. The funny thing is here, as if we actually need to force the loss, I think the simulation would have a similar idea. So, last game of the season, no injured players. 2 players have regressed, however, and let's take a look why. Run block, team under 2 yards per carry. Come on, we're better at carrying than that. And that 2 run block, that's a lot. Injury sacked 4 times goes down. Awareness, under 50% completion percentage. That's not good. That game we lose 42-6. That is not fair. Now at least we see that we usually play above the standards of simulation, because the Colts did score 42 points, but we did a lot better than 6. But, same ideas there, but we managed to get something going late with Tariq Cohen. Shame that Ortiz loses 2 run blocking because of that simulation, but that's life. Here is the final game, the Cincinnati Bengals, and we know what they look like. We've already played them. They are, of course, a divisional rival. This is it, kicking off the last game of the 2017-18 season, and the kick goes to John Ross. We know he's a threat with his speed, but we managed to tackle him inside the 25-yard line. So the Bengals starting with a run here. Giovanni Bernard gets stopped short there. And our 3rd and 8, we've got them on, trying to stop them getting a first down here. A 3 and out would be a great start to this game. They throw deep, but it's blocked. Jalen Myrick in coverage on Ross, did a good job keeping up with him. And they get us the ball back. A 3 and out is a good start, and there's a decent run there, but then we suffer our own 3 and out. And now they've got the ball to Giovanni Bernard on this screen. Lorenzo Doss just gave up halfway through that tackle, and finally Marlon Humphrey ends up making the tackle. 3rd and 9 now at the 14-yard line, and too much time in the pocket for Andy Dalton here. The coverage is good, but that's far too much time. And Eric Pinkins came down to Bernard as Bernard started to go up. Unfortunately, just bad timing, and they get the touchdown. And on 3rd and 1, they get another first down here. Tyler Eifert running down the sideline before being pushed out. And a 3rd and 8, again a chance to get him off the field, and it's a good pressure there by DJ Alexander, forcing the incompletion. Got the ball on 3rd and 10, and it's a completion to Jeff Janis. Mike Bercovici now dropping back again. 1st and 10, rolling out to the right, and, well, let's just say that shouldn't have been thrown. Thrown directly at the linebacker. Maybe a little bit of loft would have been a completion. Who knows? Probably just stay away from passes like that. And Lorenzo Doss again giving up halfway through a tackle. And Andy Dalton now on the option, runs away from everyone. Absolutely bit on that one. Nobody expected Andy Dalton to run off with it. And then on 1st and goal, they go for the pitch here. Giovanni Bernard is in for a touchdown. We're now down 17-0. And Tariq Cohen trying to do something, but the blocking for him is terrible. 3rd and 22. Mike Bercovici is going to force it down the field like we tend to do far too often when it's 3rd and long, and it's an interception there. TJ Logan never had a chance to even make a play on the ball, but they went for a field goal here, and we stop it. 50 seconds left in the first half, and we've got a chance now to score points, and it's Chad Kelly on the field now. Chad Kelly has taken over at quarterback. Mike Bercovici not done anything up to this point, and we're giving him a chance. And what does he do with his chance? He has a completion, then throws an interception that looks like it will be a pick six, as George Iloka gets a nice end of season present from the Baltimore Ravens. Here you go, finish your season off with a pick six. How about that? 1st and 10 again now, trying to get something going. And now Chad Kelly sets his feet, throws it to Jakeem Grant for the completion, and it allows us to go for this field goal of 59 yards, and it's good. So we go into the second half here, the score 24-3. A comeback wouldn't be entirely impossible if we move the ball well. 2nd and 7 now, and it's a completion to Juju Smith-Schuster here. Juju Smith-Schuster getting away from these guys and then being forced out of bounds. And on 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line, going for a quick completion there on a hook to Jeff Janis. Moving the ball well now. 3rd and 7, it's a quick pass out to TJ Logan, who doesn't hold on to the ball. It should have been a fumble. He had a couple of steps before he dropped it. And now the Bengals have the ball back. The score 24-6, but not for long, as AJ Green is getting away from everyone. Jalen Myrick trying to catch him, does not. AJ Green is into the end zone. So 1st and 10, and just a terribly thrown ball, nowhere near Juju Smith-Schuster. It is Christmas time here in Baltimore as Drake Kirkpatrick gets a nice gift for the end of the season. Now Jakeem Grant trying to do something here on a punt return. He's returned a couple this season already, and he's getting away from plenty of defenders. He's inside the 15 as he's pushed out of bounds at the 14. Then on 1st and goal, we go for a pitch with Tariq Cohen. And although there was 8 minutes left, that will end the game there. So you can see why we dropped Mike Bercovici, but was it much better? No, not at all. Chad Kelly did what Chad Kelly does through interceptions, had some decent looking plays as well. Rushing, Tariq Cohen did well, but they weren't blocking for the guy. 16 for 55. Honestly, next season, this guy, if we happen to find, a real power back, running back in the draft, we'll take him. But there's no chance Tariq Cohen isn't, a passing down specialist. He is something else. He is great passing. Probably should have waited to say that he's great. 5 for 6 yards. But again, that's not really his fault. Nobody else really doing anything. Nothing happening at all, and we ended up taking Vincent Painter off. 2 sacks allowed. I'm done with that guy. I was giving guys who I traded draft picks for better chance this season, but some guys just not going to play. Defensively, DJ Alexander 8 tackles, Xavier Gooden 8 tackles, Marlon Humphrey in with 6 as well. No quarterback sacks, obviously no interceptions, no forced fumbles, no one pass defense. It's just not much going on for this in this game. 38 points they score, 38-13, the final score of our first season. Tell you what, this will be the last game that we lose like this. So that is it. That is it for the season. Gonna scout college players, move on, and see how we end up. I think we have the 1st overall pick. So finished off with the outside linebackers. Ross Tofield here in the 5th round with B power moves might be alright, but on the right outside linebacker position, we got ourselves 2 first rounders, but Reginald Moats, 2nd round tag, 1st round talent. Both of these guys 3-4 pass rushers. Oregon, could be nice to get some players out of Oregon. Ohio State, of course, as well, will be nice. Both of these look good. Josiah Garrett looking better. So here we go. It is settled. Draft picks are final. Let's take a look at the standings. The final standings. Do we have the 1st overall pick? No, we don't. We lose it. We didn't do anything wrong, but we don't get it. The 49ers must have lost to a worse team in their final game. We have the 2nd overall pick. So a final... No, we don't. We have the 1st overall pick. I don't know why it said it the other way around. We get the 1st overall pick after all. It's going to be a great time. Next episode will be the off-season, the taking a look at stats and things, and then the one after that will be the one we've all been waiting for, the entire reason for this whole first waste of a season. It'll be the draft.